We return to the mighty Lassie, the anointed, the 91-year-old werewolf matriarch of Crete, who yesterday, of course, Rhodes decided that they were going to lash out and take one of our city-states. In return, Lassie took their entire culture and history, and it's now just fucking gone. They made a mistake there, my friends. What I actually noticed when I was looking at the religion here is we have Minoan tranquility, which makes us a pacifist. Can't declare holy wars or raid. We get an opinion of other pacifists. If we're at peace for a significantly long period of time, we gain extra piety per month. Then it makes karma virtue. Definitely goes against the sea people. Lassie is gonna revitalize that. Now, we can always take it slowly with the religious reformation. We have 20 doctrine slots or whatever it is, but it doesn't mean we need all 20 doctrine slots. Especially as someone pointed out that we currently don't have we currently don't have any kind of gender law for our religion. And that's why we can't have commanders. It also makes sense that we can't have commanders if we're friggin' pacifist. So the whole heroes thing probably isn't bugged. It's more the fact that it's just a feature of our religion, right? Because we're just pluralist, theocratic, and that's it. So we'll do some religion change as soon as possible. To be fair, we're almost there anyway. 200 piety, and we can reform it to a base level. But I think what we'll do is we'll probably wait for a bit more piety, because obviously we don't want male dominated. Ideally we want equal, but right now we have neither, so of course that adds on a bit of extra cost there. So what we'll do is we'll wait a little bit longer, pick up a bit more piety where it becomes viable, and then go for kind of a baseline reformation, kind of like Lassie's religion version 1.0 or something like that. I wanted to quickly take a look at the dynasty and actually see if we've got 13 living members. That's right. It says us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2... Well, it's us and 9 children. How the fuck have we got 13 living members? Oh, hang on, but there was a house. You remember, we weren't always... this is the main house here, and then which was really appropriate, the randomly generated shield for our dynasty was a man and a dog, which couldn't have been any more perfect. But of course, we made a branch of that. I wonder if there are some living members still from that one. No, there's not. Our granddaughter. Oh, no. That means one of two things. For those of you who haven't worked that out yet, it means either A, worst case scenario is our kids can have children with bastards and whatever else, and it doesn't apply to the werewolf. Or, alternatively, and I think the more likely option is, 2 of our kids have made 2 more kids. Or 3 more kids, I guess, because there's obviously 13 living members of the dynasty. Oh, you son of a bitch. Lassie Lukánthrōpos, the scaly wolf daughter. Oh, dear. Holy shit, you are... Oh, my God. Hello. Lassie, daughter of Lassie. Who's the father? It has to be, obviously, one of our sons or our husband. We don't know, though, because it was born out of wedlock, so we have no idea. Incestuous. Lassie's known for having sexual relations with relatives. Who? No. Turns out Collie and Lassie have had 3 kids. Now, it doesn't obviously list them all as Collie's children, but I think it's fairly safe to say that they are Collie's children. Bear in mind, they both have the incestuous trait. What the fuck? Well, that is a problem. This is where, if we had the labyrinth, I would be chucking them in the labyrinth. Because that's not acceptable. This is how they're going to breach the dynasty's oldest and greatest rule of defend the bloodline. We're the only people with this bloodline, and they are just spawning in bastards left, right, and center. You know what's going to fucking happen here? These kids are going to fuck off, and they're going to find themselves a branch house, and they're going to bite their wife and turn her into a wolf, and then we've got a rival wolf dynasty. For God's sake, you idiots. I think I'm going to have to... We can't imprison her. Oh, because I guess incestuous isn't against the... Well, it's got to be, right? Because you got a trait for it. It's shunned, but it's not illegal. Oh, shit. We should probably make that illegal so we don't end up with more situations like this. You fucks. A feast in my court of Kudani. Yeah, take my mind off of this off of this dynastic meddling that we've got going on here. So we're going to wait until our income's obviously ticked up before we build a... before we build our actual duchy building this time. I kept threatening to build it yesterday, but of course we had to sink all of the gold into a war. By a war, I mean wiping out Rhodes entirely so that nobody even remembers the name Rhodes. So we'll save up the 300. We'll invest in the Royal Palace, I think, is the first port of call here. We'll probably go ahead and upgrade our city a little bit too. Bustling metropolis. Oh god, not more metropolis. And then we'll get some basic buildings down here. Of course, it's a new building system, so there's actually quite a lot to... Oh! It's no longer at my court. Why are you no longer at my court, you arse? Hey! You can't leave! Why did she leave? I guess he had a hook on her and brought her over or something like that. Well, that sucks. Even now, look, see, heroes arrived. We've got Hipesius, or something like that. He's in our court, and we obviously can't... I mean, even if I were to recruit him, it doesn't matter whether or not you recruit them. They'll still show up in this list as eligible. So it will, instead of having a force knight or allow knight or deny knight, it'll just say recruit instead. We've seen it before in plenty of series. But just to clear up any confusion on that front, it is because we are a boring old stinky pacifist religion, huh? Try to coax a secret out of Lethos. My friend, what are you into? Ah! An incredible poem. Wow. We actually got an excellent epic despite the fact that the scribe left our court. That was pretty convenient. Another one. 75 renown. Hey, we're fairly close to getting another bloodline. Of course, I invested. I didn't even talk about it. I just kind of went for it because it's kind of always the first one you go for here. Noble veins. The question is, do you want to stick with that? We could go for like fertility 10%. I might cancel out a bit of the negative from the fact that we are werewolves. Marriage acceptance isn't really relevant anyway, seeing as we were immediately able to marry into the largest and most powerful realm basically in the world right now. Erudition's quite nice. I like that. True believers, what does that do? Clergy opinion. Man, I mean, erudition is actually quite powerful towards the end there. Lifestyle experience, piety. For reforming the religion, erudition makes a lot of sense. I'm not really sure what we want to go for. Either blood or erudition. I mean, even like glory or kin are both quite good as well. No prowess lost from age, I assume, is already irrelevant because of the whole werewolf thing. It would kind of suck if you got stronger as you got older, but then because you got older and arthritic, your kind of big, strong wolf hands weren't quite as effective at slapping people. Let's go for... I didn't want to go for warfare particularly. Mainly because we are still pacifists right now, and we've got big allies this time, so people aren't going to target us like Rhodes did. I think, again, going still for Overseer makes the most sense. Yeah, control territory advantage +5. Hey, that might have made all the difference in that last war. I'm going to have a hunt. Just to keep on top of the stress. Might help her lose weight. I have no idea, because the last thing we want is her actually becoming a giant aberrant flesh beast. This one will fetch a fine price, 95 gold as well. Hey, the hunt's paid for itself now. And hunter trait. Shit. How many fucking hunts do you want me to go on here, brother? To the benevolent archpriestess Lassie of Crete. To be fair, this guy did bail us out in our war, so I might be tempted to help that guy out. We do have the ability to host a feast. I'm not going to bother with that one. What about pilgrimage? That's because we're at war, right? I think let's forget about the feast for a little while. Let's just save up and get this built so that we're not constantly kind of nerfing ourselves there. You know, I'm saving up for this and then spending money and setting us back in full. Let's just bite the bullet and get it done. So we got Royal Palace. I think I'm going to go for that. Vassal limit +10. Hey, that's pretty good if we're playing a smaller realm. I don't think we're ever going to be able to build that empire level tiles. That's not terrible either. Diplomacy per level of fame. I'm in. Yeah, get the Royal Palace. Oh, look, it'll take no time at all to crack that one out either. 4 perks available to spend. I think we're going to go for... I like Administrator. I think I prefer Avaricious, though. 15% holding taxes, that could be massive. Herageld for the tax contribution. Let's go over here and go for Prison Fuel Complex. Obviously, we've got to go for that. That's our thing, right? Now we can start working on our big old labyrinth. And I have put us back on the learning lifestyle focus, so we're looking for the Horned God event to become a witch, right? The way to do that is just, everybody said it's just purely random. So we are just going to have to sit around on the medicine focus, on, well, any of the learning lifestyle focus for as long as possible, as long as it takes to found this witch coven. There it is. 1 palace in Knossos. That's quite good. And of course, that's just the base level as well. Look at that. All the way up to +4 gives... What do we got there? 20 prestige, 10% renown is massive. 20 vassal limit. Again, that's really, really good for playing a much smaller realm too. Big fan of that. What do we need to upgrade it again? It's just the cash that we're missing. Oh, well, shit. I'm more than happy to get that upgraded then. Oh, shit. We can now progress the composite bow innovation. Oh, cool. That's quite nice. Let's... How much was the Royal Palace again? Fuck off. Right. What are we looking at? It's like 375. We'll sit here. We'll quickly crack the next level of the palace out as soon as possible. Then we'll go on a pilgrimage. Because we can obviously build the palace... We can't build the palace while we're in debt, but we can go on a pilgrimage and get ourselves into debt, you know? Again, we might as well just go straight to the capital again. I know it's only going to be like 275 piety, but that could be... Hey, I mean, that's all right as well. Another 100 there. That's okay. We're not going to get the trait pilgrim or anything like that from it, but it's a nice little cheap way to get some extra piety. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where is the physician? The healer is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. I might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as if he stepped out of thin air, my son Babe is at my side. He rolls up his sleeves and looks at me. Step back, Babe. This is my patient. I specialize in this particular type of medicine. My patient screams and thrashes. Even though 3 grown men weigh him down, every step of the way is a battle. But my knowledge does not fail me. My hand remains steady, and I give him the medicine for his illness. What was wrong with him? Wounded. What'd you get wounded in? We're pacifists. We fought one war. That wasn't even war. That was pest control. I saved a life today. Well done. Wow, shit, we got a lot of perks again, huh? Yeah, go down this tree still. That's always a good idea. Torturer? I can't believe that becoming a torturer doesn't give like a general opinion malice or anything like that, like a popular opinion malice. Inflicting pain, holding someone's life in your hands. This is true power, piece by piece. Okay, sure. There you are, game the trait torturer. And everybody is completely okay with that. There is the palace in Knossos. That's pretty good. Still not quite the labyrinth that we're after, but it is something. And then it's 450 to upgrade at that point. Let's take another look at our religion then, because we can reform now. Is there a big dog? There is no big dog. Give me a minute. I'm going to see if I can find a big dog. Maybe if I... Oh! There was a wolf icon there all along. Okay, so, name. Oh, man, this is a hard one. Shit, I haven't thought this far ahead, brother. Name. There's got to be something. There's got to be something clever here. There's got to be something clever. Shit. Dogman. This is placeholder. Please bear with me. This is placeholder. Dogman. Adjective. Dogger. Oh no. Wolf. What's like old Minoan for wolf? I very much doubt there's an English to Minoan translator, so we're just going to go with Greek, because that's close enough. Don't tell any Minoans I said that. Wolf. Wolf is, Lycos? How do I say that?
Lycos.
Yeah, there you go. What she said. Okay, good. Okay, fine. That's something. Should have probably guessed that, given the dynasty name and all that. What about just like wolf maze? Hey, that's a good one. What is that? What's that in Greek?
Wolf maze.
I think you're lying to me, Google. Surprisingly, maze in Greek is apparently labyrinthos, which is not a shock, I will admit. Fuck, that's terrible. I can't call it that. Wolf maze in brackets, but said in Greek. I'm so deep into Google right now. I'm at least 2 or 3 pages deep. Right, so, okay, Plato, Republic, Book 8. Apparently there was a ceremony where there was human sacrifice and people would assume the form of a wolf. Not saying he's bullshitting. But this was in honor of Lycaeus. So we're going to go for... it was apparently Arcadian, so we'll go in Conquest. If we go in Conquest Arcadia, okay, everything's fine. Self-fulfilling prophecy. We're going to go for Lycaon. Right? Something like that? Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. And it ties nicely into the dynasty. Basically, our dynasty's last name, too. We're all good. It's all fine. Don't panic. I haven't got anything better. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. I haven't got anything better. We're going to go for that one. Nice wolfy symbol. Okay, so... we've got 6,180 piety to play around with. So not a massive amount, especially because we want to go equal to. Tranquility is not allowed. You're right, tranquility is not allowed for the reason that, A, we need, like, matriarchy? Yeah, Minoan matriarchy, which isn't a problem, but I don't want it because we don't want to be peaceful stinkies for our entire life. So we're going to see what else we can get here. Warmonger, I mean, that wouldn't hurt. Unrelenting faith. Members of the clergy can serve as commanders or heroes. I quite like that idea. It's probably not a terrible idea. Struggle and submission. Sanctity of nature. That would also be fairly appropriate, but I know the side effect of that, so we're not going to be going for it. Ritual hospitality, religious law. Reincarnation would be quite a fun one. Yeah, that would be quite a fun one. Primitivism, absolutely not. Auspicious birthright. Auspicious birthright makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? That's not bad either. Human sacrifice. Well, obviously we've got to go human sacrifice. That one's just the done thing. Now we can build the labyrinth and we can just chuck them in. Right, before we get too invested in this crap, we need to be able to, you know, actually set this up here. I would prefer fundamentalist, but realistically we haven't got very much money. We need lay clergy. If we want to go and set ourselves up as the head of, we have to go temporal for life, and then we have to go head of faith temporal. We can't afford it. This is too expensive. Okay, well, let's get, like, let's aim for, like, 8,000 piety, which won't really take that long, bear in mind we're pulling in 12 a month here, and we'll do some pilgrimages whenever they become relevant. We'll basically do whatever we can to help bump this up, but, I mean, look at how fast it's increasing anyway. We'll just let it live our life for a little while. Should get in the trait athletic. Hey, we're trying to get over that obesity. That seems like a pretty way to do that. Sumo wolf. I don't really know. Fearful troops, I think that's okay. And how are we looking on the learning lifestyle? Know thyself. We're going to finish the learning lifestyle before we get the Horn God event. Brilliant. No more feasts. They're too dangerous for the waistline. We'll go for the hunt, though. That seems like a pretty good idea. Too bad the wolf got you both. The wolf got my son? I mean, he has disgraced the dynasty and brought about bastards and forgeries. My son, Collie, went ahead of the group chasing a wolf. I follow close behind, and I find him staring above the commoner, tugging an arrow out of the poor man's chest. As soon as he sees me, he hides the arrow behind his back. It was the wolf, mother, I swear. To be honest, you might not be wrong. This man actually could have probably been a wolf. Collie must answer for his crime, or too bad the wolf got you both. Collie, you were my favourite son. You were the chosen one, you were the heir. You've broken this dynasty's most sacred rule. You've killed, potentially, a wolf man. I feel like a sacrifice to the wolf in response wouldn't be... Too bad the wolf got you both, and if we kill him, I mean, we're not lying. We're not lying. Shit, this is a hard choice. What do you think? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give him one last chance. We're going to say, Collie fought valiantly to save him, I saw it. And if this kid steps out of line once again, he's broken our most sacred rules. We're giving him a second chance. If he steps out of line again, he's fucking gone. He's going in the labyrinth. Everyone believes me. You're lucky. We return home reinvigorated, and we get in the trait novice hunter. There we are. Oh! A local fisherwoman from Astala, Europa, has come to me claiming to be able to cook an enchanted supper. Supposedly, she catches dreamfish from a secret spot and performs strange rituals on them. She then serves their heads, with each fish inspiring ecstatic visions for days after consumption. The fisherwoman wrings her hand as she looks at me, eyes alight with greed and fear. Suffer not the witch to live. This ritual, you must teach it to me. 100% chance the peasant reveals her secrets. We gain 5 learning, and we also become an witch. 100% chance. Oh my god, we've done it. We're in full witchery town right now, boys. Oh, there we go. So now we have to get 60% of our adult house members. Currently at 9%, because it's us. We'll start at the top and work our way down. Husbando? Witchery, brother. Witch with me. Cannot force Yuanos to see the truth, but I've done all I can to open his mind to it. I pray to death that Yuanos is connected to something in our innocent conversation in the sacred texts I left in his chambers. I must now go find him and extend the invitation. Her communion, or give up on this endeavor. He deserves to make up his own mind. Come on. Yuanos. Yes, I watch the sleeping shape of Yuanos while I send a quick prayer to death. As soon as the last whispers words pass my lips, he stirs if his subconscious mind is waiting for this moment. Our blessing is no fear of his taste in his eyes, knows, accepts, and is wholehearted and hungry, like the wolf. Welcome to the communion, brother. He becomes a witch, we're a witch, talk about death, everybody's happy. Oh shit, someone was listening. Someone knows our secret. Apollon be damned. Well, let's hope it's one of our family members. I swear she's getting more obese. She's actually turning into a thumb. Who gave that thumb a shirt? Right, let's move on to son number 1. Predicted agents 1. I mean, of course I know him. He's me. Oto. we'll go ahead with the plan to convert him. Come on. Ah. Oh, he actually agreed as well. There we go. Oh, nice. We can also reveal us to be a witch to him. I mean, surely he already knows that. Or we end up scheming he... Oh, yeah, obviously. Here we are. We are witches in arms, brother. Slash son. Convert to witchcraft. Let's keep going. Babe, next on the list. I love how fast these schemes are coming in, too. God damn. That's a bonus, of course, having the scheme bonuses, the family bonuses, etc., etc. It's just... And the 57 diplomacy, I will admit, probably is playing a small part in this. You go ahead with your plan to convert Babe to the path of death. I can show my true self. You're welcome. Now move on to Lady of Crete. How close are we? Excuse me. Decisions. Decisions, they moved out of the intrigue tab. I remember now. Found a witch coven. We're currently at 25%. Mission another epic. How close are we actually to being able to afford the next level of palace? We need Imperial Palaces. Okay, so not at all. I would rather upgrade the capital, I think, before commissioning more epics. I think getting, like, workshops and trade ports and smeltworks and everything that gives us gold/tax in place first is a better idea. So we'll start work on that instead, and then we'll worry about the other crap kind of later on. Go ahead with your plan to convert Lady to the path of death, and she is on board as well, unsurprisingly. So we've got Lassie coming up next. Lassie is also on thin ice, by the way. Lassie is up there with, what was his name? Labradoodle? He's up there. No, it wasn't Labradoodle. It was Collie. That was it. May lead down a path of cynicism. No, we don't want that. We want whatever gives piety. 75 prestige in exchange for the piety. I'll absolutely take it. There we go. We're at basically 8,200 right now. We'll wait until we've built our witch coven before we convert as well, just to get us a few more points. Obviously, make witchcraft accepted, because you don't want to found a witch coven and then make it illegal in your new religion and immediately have the Inquisition at your front door. We've got our final lifestyle bonus here too. Whole of body. You can just say round. It's okay. So we've got everything now, right? We've got Scholar, we've got Theologian, we've got Whole of Body. Which tree is lacking? Probably... I mean, we've got everything in diplomacy. We've got everything in learning. We've got Poet that we actually can't spend. Do we really have everything? Yeah, we do. That's weird. I think we should probably go into Martial. It's either Martial or Intrigue, isn't it? And I feel like Martial I've been ignoring for quite a long time. Let's go back to Authority Focus. Stay on top of our ramp, because I don't know if you noticed, but I did, in the background there, have to work on getting control back in Malia and Knossos as well. So I'd rather just kind of let that be something that goes along in the background instead. Join us. Yes. Okay, there's another one down. Labradoodle. My friend, all yours. Now, bear in mind, some of these characters are outside of court. Don't know if that has any kind of impact or bearing. Maybe that's where people can overhear the conversation and shit like that. But we should be a little bit more careful, especially if they are in a realm where witchcraft is illegal, obviously. That we might just be basically giving them a death sentence if we're not careful here. All right, one more. Sure, yeah, we'll go on another feast. Not we're trying to lose weight or anything there. Go. Schnauzer. Schnauzer is in. And I think that is probably the notification for... No, I was going to say that's probably the notification for the Witch Coven, right? What are we lacking? Oh, 53.8%. You can sod off with that. Oh, God. They're still doing it. And by it, I mean many bastards. She's 80, for God's sake. Leave her alone. Yeah, they've been outed this time. So the other kids haven't been suspected of being inbred yet, but I think we could probably take a guess. I like that we've got the dwarf werewolf there. That's pretty good. She has thrown this house into turmoil. But the second I get this labyrinth built, people are going right in there. The endless clash of metal on metal, the chafing of armor, the sting of sweat. Ooh. What are we doing, sorry? It is a dance that is familiar, it's exhausting. To raise my hammer, attack, dodge, defend, and repeat. Maybe a good way to practice my skills with another weapon. Me and my trusted hammer will not be parted. Or, let's end the monotony, hand me another weapon. No, I like the idea of her using a big fuck-off hammer. 107-year-old beast of a werewolf. I mean, no pun intended there. Mighty, strong, powerful, whole of body. Maybe overweight, but underneath that, it is just pure fucking natty muscles all the way down, brother. Her and a big warhammer. I couldn't think of anything more appropriate. Join me. And there we go. That, my friend, is the Witch Coven. Now, what the hell are you talking about that we've only got 57% of our dynasty members? If we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 8, and there's only 2 left. 60% of adult... 60% of adult house members. I would like to know how many we've actually got right now, because that was at 57% before we got that last kid. I don't think that adds up. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Our proud house is united by blood, but the truth divides us. I long for a day when we will no longer live in fear, but be completely open with each other. Our sons and daughters will raise to embrace their powers and the will of death. May we serve her well. All children in the Coven who are educated by a witch become a witch. All witches of the Lukánthrōpos Coven are successful in converting others to witchcraft. The house head can host a grand rite. What the hell is even that? And we gain Witch Coven, giving 10% fertility, medium health boost, hostile scheme power, and resistance both up by 10. Boom. Give me my Witch Coven. Oh. I was expecting like a big pop-up like Witch Coven founded, but I guess it wouldn't be much of a fucking coven if everybody knew about it, huh? Abandon this foolish endeavor immediately. Well, there we go. Very nice. So there's no trait or anything, but I guess if we make it accepted, then the trait would just be obvious because it's accepted at that point. So who the hell would care, you know? All right, I'm on board with that. Spend some of this cash because we're just sitting on a mountain of gold right now. Give me some workshops. Let's build a new holding too. Temple? Do we not have a temple? As an urban ruler, you may personally... How dare you? We can hold estates. Oh shit, 'cause there's an estate there we could revoke then. Let's throw in an estate. I guess I prefer that rather than temples, to be fair. Yeah, I think that's probably a much better idea. Jesus, how long does it take to build this shit? It's like instantaneous. Well, it's obviously not instantaneous, but it's bloody fast. There you go. Wow, that's quite nice. And we can move our capital to an estate too. So what was the difference between an estate and a city? As far as I can tell, fucking nothing, pal. Oh, city just has... Okay, so city has city walls, citadels, smelt works, that crap. It's a bit more, you know. Oh, I just clicked grant to a vassal. Right, you're done. You are so dead. Give me that back. Broken communities does not incur tyranny. You're goddamn right. Give me that back. And in fact, you have proven to be a mighty sacrifice. Revoking communities does not incur tyranny. You're goddamn right. Give me that one too. Boom. Now we're in charge of everything. I was accidentally, you know, silver lining and all that. Right, let's get one of those down too. Very nice. Hey, capital's coming along really nicely now. I want smeltworks. I don't really care. I want to buff up economy as much as possible. Because we're on an island, so defending ourselves isn't exactly difficult. Anyway, spoked wheels. Well done. We go for a tolling station for our final building there. And that, I think, is going to be pretty fucking profitable, huh? 18.8 gold per month. Very nice. Oh, so look. Baron is too crowded. Buy one slot to expand it. Does not have one free building slot. So I assume we have to upgrade the actual estate itself, because this estate, we can buy... Oh, we don't... Does not have one free building slot. What do you mean by that? Is it because it's not full up? I think what that tooltip should say is... I mean, evidently we can buy building slots in estates because there's an option to do so here, but the difference is this one has all the buildings, this one doesn't. So I think what the tooltip should actually say is there is still an empty slot. Maybe. It's just a working idea right now. How much is that? Only 200 gold. Hey, that's not bad at all. Maybe we should turn a couple of these estates into troops. I don't really want military camp. What's the highest level? It's just... I don't give a shit about 450 levels. What a waste of a slot. You got anything else there? Maybe I should change tactic then. Maybe we should be turning the estate into something that brings in gold, and turn the city into something that focuses on everything else. Because gold isn't going to be so relevant when we are, you know, our max level, huh? Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. Let's go ahead and swap these out. So I want just gold from the estates, and then from the city. I know it's a bit of a pain in the ass to flip this over. That gives development. That gives holding tax. That's fine. But what would we swap it into? Garrison? I'm not really too bothered by that. Scribal school for the taxes and development growth. I think that's a lot better. A smithy, I think, would be better too. The city walls and citadel. I think that's all a much better choice than just more and more and more gold. We're making 20 freaking gold a month. How much do you want here? Sargon of Akkad. While studying the tactics of an ancient conqueror, I am impressed by the speed and decisiveness of Sargon in the land of Akkad. Subjugate a distant realm to crush revolts of the world's first empire. Like Sargon, I will annihilate my enemies, give us aggressive attacker, but we gain 2 stress because we're compassionate. Logistician. Or flexible leader. I mean, defensive advantage minus 50%. I think, again, sea people thing. Aggressive attacker seems very on brand. Remember roads? That's a trick question. Of course you don't fucking remember roads. And that's my point entirely. Let's go for aggressive attacker. Well on board with that. 8 perks available. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. I should be paying more attention to, well, everything, really. Let's go absolute control. And then down through here, we go at any cost and avaricious. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Learning, we've got a point that obviously we can't spend anywhere, so that's a bit pointless. Ah! Deserters. Apprehend them. After a short scuffle, the deserting soldiers are apprehended. Every soldier present, both loyal and not, knows the punishment of this kind of betrayal. My lady, Cariclo meets my gaze and tired eyes. They're only children. They just want to go home. Execute the children. Execute them. We gain overworked soldiers for 5 years. We gain 1 martial perk. We gain 44 dread. Kill them all. Good work. The start of the Wolf Queen madness is setting in. I like it. What a fucking mess. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's really. I think we've got. Oh yeah, you know, definitely something going on there, huh? Right. What do we want to build in this final one? Anything that gives tax. I don't want levies. Damn, I just don't want levies at all. Tribal envoys just gives levies. It actually drops development growth, so stop that. Hunting grounds, archer damage. That's probably the one. Oh, well, I mean, pastoral lands gives development growth. Okay, we'll go for that then. How are we looking on this one? So we've got small harbour. We've got crop fields. I guess we go pastoral lands here, or clay pits. Oh, clay pits are pretty good. Development growth as well. Yep, that's all good with me. You've got fisheries, crop fields, and clay pits. So we're doing pretty good on the economy front then. Let's swap some of these out. Hunting tax is 10%. What does it get to at the maximum? Fucking 45% though. Yikes. Man, they're really good though, aren't they? I don't want to swap those out in hindsight. Shit, this is... buy a building slot. Yes! Hey, there we go. Oh, that's a good idea. Big fan of that. Okay. Give me, I think, the smithy. Or should we just go just for pure development here? And we're gonna make ourselves a proper metropolis. Buy another building slot. Oh, this is good. It's a bit more balanced than the one that we played last time, huh? Where we just started with, hey, here's 12 building slots. This feels a bit more of a bit more kind of building up towards it. Of course, we're already kind of at critical mass here. Smithy, give me a smithy too. Buy another one. Give me another one. I'm in. Smithy's done. Let's go for the scribal school then. This is historically accurate. This is all historically accurate, okay? You can go look this up. These guys were like golden age, well ahead of their time, mighty and strong and powerful. You don't bring about the end of the Bronze Age by just having tribal envoys. You know, oh, he's a man that can shoot a deer good, so your archers are better now. Nah, rubbish. We want a proper full-on city complex here. 0.5, 0.2, but that gives the 4% tax. At the highest level, that would be better then. And arms maintenance -1. Ooh, I do love gold. What if I buy another slot? Where's that going to go? Ah, off the edge of the screen. Yeah, slight problem there. Shit. Right, okay, don't worry about that too much. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So we'll assume that the hard, or the soft limit, I guess, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, 8 buildings, unless you've got the duchy building and temple and whatever else. Still no religious reformation. I'll hold my hands up. My bad. But the longer we hold out, the more we can do with it. We're up to 10,000 piety right now. So we can definitely reform the religion. We can definitely reform it well. And we can get the human sacrifice in. As a bonus, I will do some magic behind the scenes. Ooh. And see if I can't add some more things to flavor, you know, throw in a bit more labyrinth-based seasoning, let's say. I will say modding CK3 is a lot easier than CK2. So mid-series changes compared to CK2 is like a little easier. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can throw in some extra little fun stuff, and I'll base it on the base game, so it's try and make it as balanced as possible here. Although balancing kind of out the fucking window, huh? Anyway, thank you for watching. Tomorrow, we'll definitely reform the religion. We've got enough to do it, whether we want to do a kind of base religion to then work from in the future, or whether we want to go all in, kind of hold out for another 10 years, build up some more piety, you know, whatever. I'll leave it down to you guys to be the judge of that one. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Again, a lot slower this time around compared to all of our other series, but given that CK3 series tend to be like fucking, I think we've rarely got above 20 episodes with them. It's just so fast to achieve everything. I quite like this much slower burn, you know? Building the dynasty, doing the weird shit, building up the provinces. That's quite fun. Thank you to our executive coffee producers of the day for the final month here of coffee before we jump back to Patreon. We have, at the very bottom of my list, Hoopaloop, Jobo Daddy, Out of All Context, Daedric Dai Katana, Voodoo Mumbo, Salantali, Tom P, Ciala, Bokbin, and Potated for their support at the executive coffee producer tier. Big thank you to those guys, and a thank you as well to Prometheo, Deadly Kitten Hunt, Infectious, Number 5, Mr. Streamers, Lil Slut, Matthewson T, Mantle, Argus, Dommies, Big Chungus, Varlord, Mayo, Tempe, Akka, Virzine, and Spectre2319 for their support as well. Big thank you to you guys. See you all tomorrow for a whole new Wolfie religion.